Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another Walking Dead, or I guess Fear the Walking Dead video. In this one here, I want to break down the mid-season finale trailer. This episode here, I'm so excited for it. If you've watched the trailer, it looks so good. I'm really worried about Morgan in general. I'm worried about where his story is going because Lenny James did make some comments about being done as Morgan. And I'm just kind of wondering if we're going in a direction there. But I do want to say, too, that there is some stuff with Padre that I hope does get resolved in this episode. Like, for me, the Padre arc has to be over in episode 6. If there's a little bit left for episode 7, that's totally fine. I just think that at this point now, we need to end this arc. So anyways, before we go any further, obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want to get all my Fear the Walking Dead and Walking Dead universe content like this. Dead City premieres in 10 days from now or in 1 week if you have AMC Plus. So expect a lot of videos on that, breaking down trailers, teasers, everything like that. I'm really hyped for the show. And also make sure to go follow me on Twitch. My channel name is Appetite for the Dead. I will be reviewing and doing live Q&As, talking about the episodes for Dead City and all that. So yeah, I hope to see you guys there. The link for that is in the description. Now, the first thing that we see in the trailer is Morgan looks at the walls. And I actually thought these walls here were in his house, like when we got that general trailer like a couple of weeks ago, or I guess a month or two ago now. But no, it's actually that this is in the train. And so he has spent some time here. Something happened to him. He snapped and he wrote a bunch of stuff on the walls. He wrote like Grace turned and so forth. And so something happened to him. Something happened in between episode 5 and 6. Obviously a day must have passed by or something like that. But he went crazy and he does not remember it. That's not a good sign. That is not a good sign for Padre, for Crane, and Shrike. This is something that when Morgan's in this mindset, he is unstoppable. It's true. Like, the thing is, he can't die. And it's just such a... I mean, obviously, you could just write it where he died. But I'm just saying, in terms of the story, and also because I think Morgan is just super awesome, I love when he gets into this mode. So... if I was Padre, I'd be really worried about this. Madison, we see, does actually run into Morgan and questions him about all of that and just sort of, I guess, questions him just about the situation in general, like what is going on. Because she does find him in a really weird situation. She's probably like, what's going on here? She seems a little concerned, but it's kind of cool that this episode is really going to be led by Morgan and Madison. They kind of have been going back and forth between the characters. Like, the pilot was about Madison and I guess Morgan. Episode 2, I believe, was about Morgan, I think, or was it about Madison? I can't remember, but I know in general they've been going back and forth between the characters, and I think they've really handled it pretty well. I think the stuff with Madison, I really feel like she is a lead on this show still. With Morgan, I still feel like he's a lead on the show as well. But I do want to see Madison more because we've been seeing Morgan a lot. So now we have some context to a lot of the scenes that we got in that trailer a couple of months ago. And we see Madison and Morgan show up to, I guess, where Padre was having all those. You know what? I know they're calling them carrion or something like that. I'm just ignoring that. Like, whenever, a new show call walkers different names, like geeks or empties or stuff like that, I'm not calling them that. I'm just calling them walkers because that's how I know, or that's how I know them as. And it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm not arguing against the idea. I know that sometimes I'm talking and they're literally walkers. They're zombies. Like, it's the same thing. But sometimes I do get comments of people saying, no, they're carrion. And I'm like, no, they're walkers. They're still walkers. You can call them different names. It doesn't really matter at all. But like, they're all the same thing, right? Like, they're all walkers. But yeah, we do see that obviously Mo and I guess her group of people at Padre, I guess, cleared out this entire area of walkers. So that benefits Padre obviously quite a bit. We do see Madison and Morgan and Daniel as well, which is pretty interesting. So he's back. Obviously, they sort of have their army there. And this all takes place sort of outdoors. It looks like it's going to be I don't want to say bloodbath, but maybe that's the direction they're going in here. It's cool to have Morgan and Madison reunite with Daniel, though. Like, I don't think we've had all 3 of them together yet, so that's kind of cool to see. There's also some shots of Shrike and Crane that are together, which is kind of cool because we only really saw them together in that one episode. So I also do have a question on Finch. Like, we didn't really learn his fate, and this episode doesn't seem to give us too much there. So I'm hoping in the end he's going to be fine. I don't want the son of Dwight and Sherry to just, die like this. And I think it would just really suck because like we want the next generation of The Walking Dead, right? And Finch right now is, I would say, probably a couple of years younger than Judith, right? So like we have this like next generation already forming. Like we have Herschel, we have Judith, we have RJ, we have, I'm trying to think of who else, but like obviously Negan, I think he has a child. I mean, we have to wait and see what actually happened there. But the list goes on. And I think it would just be so cool to have all of these characters working together, and man, that's going to be a really cool show whenever that does come out, probably in like 10 years from now or something, right? 5 years from now? No, it's probably a little bit too soon. Probably like 5, probably more, closer to 10 years away from now. This trailer really focuses on Morgan just kind of going crazy, and he just says, all I see is red. And so my predictions for this episode, it's pretty simple. I think he is just going to go crazy. Like, I really think it is that simple. I think Morgan is just going to snap, and he's just going to go crazy on Padre. And if I were Padre, I definitely would be really worried. I mean, I don't see this place really surviving. Like, and I guess let's just get into that here. Let's talk about Padre a little bit here, because I really tried to give Padre a chance. Like, I was interested in this place in season 7, but I will say I wasn't really that interested because of the arc that we were on then. Like, I think season 7 was just a horrible season. Weirdly, I think season 7 was the worst season of Fear the Walking Dead, which I can't even believe I can say, because I think season 4 and 5 were worse. I'm pretty sure they're worse, but for some reason, season 7 was just so awful. That's all I really remember. So maybe it's like recency bias or something like that. But I just, the Padre stuff I was really interested in, because I thought there was going to be some bigger connection to not even the CRM, but something like that, something governmental. And yes, there's something there that is connected to the US government, but it's just really one sergeant or one guy, and that's the father of Shrike and Crane. And for me, that's just not enough for this story, because it feels so small scale. Now, tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some videos talking about the budget for Dead City. And this is why I think the future of The Walking Dead is going to be so much better if AMC continues to have a crazy high budget for those shows. Because The Walking Dead for years has been suffering with a really low budget. Fear the Walking Dead, I imagine, has a low budget as well. Dead City, we watched that trailer. We could see the budget there. And the rumored budget right now for Dead City is $72 million, which is like, what, $12 million per episode? I think The Walking Dead and like Fear and all of that, I'm pretty sure they were getting like $3 million, $5 million per episode. And I could be wrong. I really could be wrong. Don't quote me on any of that. Like you would have to go and look that up. I'm not entirely sure on that. Like, before I do my video tomorrow, I will try and make sure. But like, that is insane. So Dead City is like, just based off of that, is going to look so good. There's going to be more exciting stuff, because the thing about The Walking Dead, and even Fear the Walking Dead, and even with the story right now with Padre, can a lot of these actors act, and are the scenes fine? Yeah, the scenes are overall fine. I'm not complaining about any of it. I really don't see an issue with any of it at all. There might be little things here and there, obviously, but like, that stuff is fine. Like, you can get away with that. But the visuals are just not the greatest, because it's always the same thing. And you just can't do that much of an exciting thing, And so for me, doing this for Dead City is going to show fans, show everyone just, the power of The Walking Dead, and that The Walking Dead can still be really great, because now their budget, I think, is matched with like Marvel and shows like that. So that says a lot. And I'm so hyped for that. I really can't wait. And yeah, you can see it here with the Padre arc, right? Like, with Padre, I don't know what it is about Fear the Walking Dead. I still want to do a Walking Dead like whole series review and talk about my issues from the beginning all the way to the end. That video is going to take a while to do, though. Fear the Walking Dead, I want to do the same. I really do want to talk about this show. We'll see where it ends. I will say I'm pretty sure season 8 is going to be better than season 7 for sure. I already have it higher than that. I think season 8 is already better than seasons 4 and 5. So season 6 so far is my favorite season of Fear, although season 1 might be up there, and I would have to rewatch that. Season 8 so far doesn't go higher than those two, but I'd have to wait and see. I'm not entirely sure on that yet, because obviously we have to see how the story ends. These last 6 episodes could be so good, right? So it's Fear the Walking Dead. They're probably going to kill a bunch of characters off. They just killed Grace off, right? Which is just, that was shocking. So, I'm not a fan of this Padre arc. I do hope it ends in episode 6. And I hope that in the next 6 episodes, whenever they air, probably in August, leading up till October or something, for the Daryl Dixon show, I hope that it is just sort of handled right, and I hope that the story works really well. But I will say, I've had a lot of fun watching Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not complaining at all. There hasn't been one bad episode so far. Most episodes have just been good. Episode 4 I really liked, but besides that, most episodes I would say were just like, yeah, I had a good time watching it for sure. So anyways, post your thoughts down below, post your predictions for the mid-season finale. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.